In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to compress a video and reduce file size in Adobe Media Encoder. So, let's dive right in and make this process as straightforward as possible. First, you'll need to open up Media Encoder. Once you're there, it's time to add your source video file into the queue. You can easily do this by simply dragging your video file into the application or going through the menu and selecting File, then Add Source. Once that's done, your video will appear in the queue panel, ready for the next steps. Now, in the queue panel, you'll find your video job listed. Here's where you set the format. A popular choice is H.264, particularly if you're aiming for an MP4 output. It strikes a great balance between quality and file size, making it a go-to option for many. Next, you need to pick a preset that aligns with your target output. For instance, if you're prepping for a YouTube upload, YouTube 1080p HD could be a suitable choice. To further fine-tune your settings, click on the preset name or the blue link that shows your output file. Doing this opens the Export Settings window, which is where the magic really happens. Let's first head into the Video tab. Start by adjusting the resolution. If your video is in 4K and you're happy with scaling down to 1080p, that'll noticeably trim the file size. Alongside this, look at the frame rate. If your source video is over 30 FPS, but can comfortably go down to 30 FPS or even 24 FPS without sacrificing too much quality, that's a good adjustment to consider. Bitrate is another key element to tackle in video compression. Under bitrate settings, opt for VBR, which stands for variable bitrate. You have the option between 1-pass and 2-pass, with 2-pass generally providing better quality. Now, carefully lower both the target bitrate and max bitrate. Reducing the bitrate is one of the most effective ways to shrink the file size, but do keep an eye on quality to ensure it stays within acceptable limits. Let's move on to the Audio tab, if applicable. Choosing a reasonable audio bitrate here can further save on file size. Instead of ultra-high bit rates, consider setting it to 128 kbps or 192 kbps, which are typically sufficient for regular uses. Once all of your settings are adjusted, take a look at the estimated file size that Media Encoder offers. This can give you a good idea of the compression results. Satisfied with your settings? It's time to decide on where to save your file. Set the output file location and rename your file if needed, so everything's organized and easy to find later. Ready for action? Hit the green Start Queue button, initiating the encoding process. Once the export is complete, take a moment to check the result. Play the file to ensure that both the quality looks good and that the file size aligns with your objectives. And there you have it. Your video is now compressed and ready to use or share as needed.